Welcome to Have You Read It? The channel where we bring books to life, one summary at a time. Today we're diving into My Stroke of Insight, a brain scientist's personal journey by Jill Bolte Taylor. This book chronicles Taylor's experience of having a stroke and her subsequent journey of recovery, offering a unique perspective as a brain scientist, observing her own brain's deterioration and healing. What makes this book particularly valuable is its blend of scientific knowledge and personal narrative, providing insights into the workings of the brain from both a professional and a deeply personal viewpoint. It challenges us to reconsider our understanding of the brain, consciousness, and the potential for recovery after trauma. Jill Bolte Taylor's My Stroke of Insight tells the story of her life before, during, and after experiencing a stroke in the left hemisphere of her brain. As a neuroanatomist, she provides a unique perspective on her own deteriorating cognitive abilities and the journey to recovery. Before her stroke, Jill was a successful neuroanatomist at Harvard Medical School, actively involved in research and advocacy for mental health. Her fascination with the brain stemmed from her brother's struggle with schizophrenia. To understand the stroke's effects, Jill explains some basic neuroscience. She discusses the two hemispheres of the brain and their distinct functions. The left hemisphere is responsible for language, logic, and linear thinking, while the right hemisphere is more intuitive, creative, and focused on the present moment. The book vividly describes the morning of December 10, 1996, when Jill experienced the stroke. She recounts the gradual deterioration of her cognitive functions, including loss of speech, motor control, and the ability to recognize her body's boundaries. Despite her deteriorating condition, Jill managed to call for help. She describes the challenges she faced in trying to remember phone numbers and communicate her situation, highlighting the brain's remarkable ability to function even under extreme stress. In the hospital, Jill experienced a profound sense of peace and detachment from her former life. She felt a deep connection to the universe and a loss of ego, which she attributes to the dominance of her right hemisphere. As Jill recovered, she gained insights into the workings of her brain and the importance of self-compassion. She realized that her stroke had stripped away many of her old beliefs and attachments, allowing her to rebuild her life with a new sense of purpose. The book details Jill's time in the neurological intensive care unit. She describes the challenges of communicating with medical staff and the importance of having supportive caregivers who understood her needs. The morning after the stroke, Jill had a number of examinations. It was the most important thing to Jill that the staff were patient and connected with her, as they would bring energy and help her to recover. Gigi, Jill's mother, came to town on day 3. Craniotomy was the surgery recommended, though Jill was hesitant. Jill prepared for surgery and worked hard to heal. On Christmas Eve, she spent the holiday with friends. The surgery was performed and Jill was happy to have made it. Jill speaks on what was most necessary for her to recover from the stroke. Here are the milestones that Jill experienced as she recovered from her stroke. Jill defines this stroke of insight as having a better understanding of the beauty and resiliency of the human brain and its ability to constantly adapt to change and recover function. Jill dives into both the right and left minds and how having the knowledge of the two may better help people in recovering lost functions. In the chapter of Owning Your Power, Jill discusses your ability to choose how to respond to stimulation that comes in through your sensory systems at any moment in time. Cells in the brain are cells that communicate with others and create new dimensions to the ability to perceive things in a three-dimensional world. There are always opportunities to find peace. They are said to be in our right brain. Finding a way to access it with thought and feeling is possible. There are key takeaways to the lessons of Jill's stroke of insight. Here are some key takeaways from My Stroke of Insight. The brain is resilient. Despite severe trauma, the brain has an amazing capacity to adapt and recover. Mindfulness matters. Paying attention to our thoughts and emotions can help us control our reactions and find inner peace. According to Taylor's experience, connection is key. Nurturing relationships and feeling connected to others is crucial for healing and well-being. as demonstrated by the support Taylor received from her mother and friends. We have a choice. Even in the face of adversity, we can choose how we respond and what we focus on, influencing our own recovery and happiness, according to Taylor. Inner peace is accessible. We all have the potential to find a sense of calm and unity within ourselves, regardless of external circumstances, like the peace Taylor felt during her stroke. In closing, My Stroke of Insight isn't just a memoir. It's a profound exploration of the human brain's resilience and capacity for peace. Jill Bolte Taylor's journey from a high-achieving neuroanatomist to a stroke survivor offers invaluable insights into the workings of our minds and the potential for inner harmony. Her story encourages us to reconsider our understanding of consciousness, empathy, and the power of choice in shaping our experiences. Remember, exploring this book further will open your eyes to things you never thought about. Thanks for watching. Make sure to give this video a thumbs up and hit that subscribe button so you never miss our next book dive.